He trained us militarily because we would be in a strange and foreign environment, and if we weren't strong, we would have been overcome and overrun. But the FOI was so strong. Even in Detroit, in the early days, they stopped the police from coming in the block when Elijah Muhammad was coming out. I mean, they were just black men that awakened now. And dog it, when you awake, man, you're a different kind of black man than a sleeping black man. They said he went to a church one time, Master Farrakhan Muhammad, and he told, some of the Christians, I am your long-awaited Savior and Deliverer. And the man punched him in his mouth. And when the Muslim was going to deal with the brother, he told him, leave the brother alone. But here he was, punched in his mouth. I heard that one of his teeth were knocked out. He suffered that. He didn't let nobody hurt the brother, but his student was by his side. After 3 years and 4 months, he told his student, you don't need me anymore. And the student said, oh, yes, I do. He said, no, you don't need me anymore. And he left. He didn't ask the student, look, you're going to get pretty big. And these people are going to give you some dollars. Wherever I am, you better send me 20%, 30%, 40%. He never asked for anything. He came to give us something, and when he had that student that he was looking for, he left. Brothers and sisters, look, I have read letters that he wrote to Elijah Muhammad in his handwriting. And every one of those letters that I read, he closed the letter saying, best wishes to you and the whole 17 million. Elijah Muhammad did not mean anything to him beyond you. His value to Farrakhan Muhammad was he knew he had a heart of love for you. And that through that heart, he would get you. When he left, I heard Elijah Muhammad watched him walk away, weeping, tears running down his face. And now the assignment was on his shoulders. Point number 12 on what the Muslims believe is very skillfully written. We believe that Allah came in the person of Master W. Farrakhan Muhammad, the long-awaited Messiah of the Christians, Mahdi of the Muslims. But Messiah and Mahdi are in bold letters with like a little, like almost in quotation marks. That's not an accident. Farrakhan Muhammad made a demonstration for 3.5 years to show his student what he would have to endure for 40 years to lay the foundation. That's all 40 represents, is a foundation for you to build. Now hear me. What is a demonstration? It is the act or circumstance of proving conclusively, as by reasoning or a show of evidence. Farad Muhammad was showing him the role of Messiah, the role of Mahdi, not by words, but by a demonstration. And he was saying to Elijah, you will have to suffer to redeem. You will have to suffer to restore. You will be evil spoken of. You will be sent to prison. But since you don't know that road, I'll walk it first. Though I don't have to walk it, I'm going to walk it so that you will walk it and know that one greater than you suffered it before you, making it easier for you to suffer what you have to suffer to deliver your people. Now I'm going to ask a question. What word could we use to characterize the 3.5 years of work that Farad Muhammad did among us? What word would you use? What? I didn't hear you. See? He said the right word. See, love is not this tender feeling, this emotional thing that we get when we are attracted to any human being. That's love on the basest level. But you know what real love is? In the Gospel of John, John says God is love. Now, when you put the verb to be in between a noun and a predicate nominative or a predicate adjective, that comes after is equal to what went before in English. So when you say God is love, then you could turn around and say love is God. But if love is the cheap meaning that we give it, it has no connection to God. But if by love you mean the essentials of life, Lord have mercy. If you look at the word L-O-V-E and the word L-I-F-E, the O interchangeable with the I and the consonant V interchangeable with the consonant F. Love, without love you have no life. And if you have no life, you have no love. Love and life are synonymous. And the essentials of love and the essentials of life are three things: freedom, justice, equality is the essence of love. If you love somebody, you will never enslave. If you love somebody, you will always be just or fair. If you love somebody, you will treat them equally to others, because that's the basis of love. When you say God is love, you're saying here that love is that creative force out of which the heavens and the earth were created. Allah is the essence of love. How do you know? Because in a universe of nothingness, particles of matter were there doing nothing, having neither aim nor purpose, But out of love, Allah took matter that was doing nothing, formed it and gave it purpose. And he created from nothing the heavens above, the earth beneath, and all things in between. When Farrakhan Muhammad came to North America by himself, we were in America literally like particles of dust, having no aim, no purpose, doing nothing. He called us out of darkness and formed us from dust and gave us an aim and a purpose and a reason for existing. So Farrakhan, wait a minute, was the author of our existence. He was the father of our development. He suffered to make a demonstration. He deprived himself to make a demonstration. And then he left. And I declare before the world that Elijah Muhammad followed that demonstration. Don't tell me that you know a man that loved you more. Elijah Muhammad and his family, they suffered from day one. Elijah Muhammad ran for 7 years from hypocrites and enemies that tried to kill him. Not that he was afraid of them. He was tiring them out. And everywhere he went, a mosque grew up under his foot. In 1941, Japan struck Pearl Harbor. The newspapers said Elijah Muhammad was a friend of the Japanese, which he was. He didn't approve of what they were doing. He didn't encourage what they did. But he knew from prophecy what they were doing and why they were doing it and why they chose as their sign the rising sun. It was a new day for the rise of dark people on the earth.